Yeah, literally.
What's
Right.
Oh, go on.
Before you discuss even more, shall we kick off?
Woo!
So, guys, where we left off, you're in Sigil. You've got some shit done, and you've pooped your pants. You have been slyly infiltrating Lelalia's palace before being abruptly discovered, chased out, had a bit of a fight, and invited in for a chat. Lelalia has spoken to you. Yes.
Checks out. Okay. The only point of this campaign.
Lelalia has said that she has no part to play in the creation of these rifts threatening the world. In fact, she says that she and her faith have been trying to stop these rifts, find out as much as they can about them, and save the world. She aims to do that by descending to the prime material plane and ascending to godhood as the sole deity on this side, or that side, of the divine gate. She believes her new power will help her fix the world. As part of this, she has offered to you guys to help her in saving the world instead of consistently undermining her. You guys have reluctantly agreed, though I believe the conversations were around playing both sides as long as you can to get what you want with, the world being saved, but also not quite giving Lelalia all she's ever dreamed of. To that effect, she's given you some missions to accomplish on her behalf because she still doesn't quite trust you, rightfully so. One of which she has asked you to go to the Feywild, to a manor where one of her former children, Zohana Alduar, resides as a kind of like a political outreach, spreading the faith in the Feywild. She's holding a ball there, and she wants you to go and retrieve a shard solitaire from this former member of the faith. It's a magical item that she believes will help in her research on the rifts, but she does not want you to hurt them or kill anyone. She's unsure as to why this individual has stopped checking in. And in that manner, she has given you some tickets to a regular ball that is held there for you to attend as non-members of the faith and hopefully get back this shard solitaire. The other thing she asked you to do, more of a test of loyalty, and as a powerful item that she apparently needs, she wants you to retrieve Mordenkainen's staff for her, depriving her enemies of it and delivering it into her arms. She believes after you've proven that you are no longer working with your old friends, she might be able to start trusting you. Meanwhile, she's also sent Catherine off, one of the highest ranking members of the faith, to the plane of fire. You guys have presumed that is to retrieve the book that you have in your pockets. So, as you panic outside on the streets of Sigil once more, what would you guys like to do? Feel free to continue your panicked discussions you were having before.
Well,
I think wasn't like the last thing we decided we were going to go for a glow up because we're going to a party
Yeah.
at some point. So we need to go shopping for outfits.
shopping montage.
Not like a priority, but I just remember
It's a
that coming
shopping
up.
episode.
Shopping.
Another one.
End of reality at stake. Fucking shopping. Let's go.
hey, we're going to die, so we might as well look fly while dying.
If you're gonna die, look fly. Date 2023.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So.
1494.
Oh yeah. Oh, whatever. So. Am I making a trip back inside, or are we going to the Feywilds?
Do we know for sure that this is the item that she sent Catherine to retrieve from the plane of fire?
With
Because
90.
You get a very serious look from the frog. It's just making a joke. You think there's anything on that plane that's worth more than this book?
I mean, there are several things that could be worth a lot to her, but we're not sure if this is definitely it.
Well, we know
Also,
she's after a book.
didn't it mention a book specifically? Isn't that why we were looking for a book?
Yes. The note said a book and then it gave us a rough location, and then there was a map exactly where the book was.
And then there was a
but
trap book.
But we got that from Vinvala's study, right?
Yes.
So technically, we don't know that she's after this, and we haven't known that she's after this. So realistically, we could just keep it.
The problem comes when we have to lie.
Yeah, that's going to be an
I
issue.
don't think it would be an unreasonable assumption to think that she will think of us as we did attack Lalalia, who did receive word of it, and also we've been fucking with her for a while.
But what if we swing that truth, not necessarily lying, that we are in fact more useful than her own followers, and have taken it before they even made it to the plane, to prove our worth if she catches us, not before. We go, we do these we find these others that she needs, see if we've come across anything on the way, and then try to claim we swooped in and picked it up with no knowledge of it prior.
Interesting. How long did it take us physically from being in the plane of fire to leaving the plane of fire? How long was that?
Probably about 3.5 hours.
Like, if
God, we're so fucking good.
It's doable in a day, you know? We can come up with this tale of going in and...
But why would we say go if we said no what we said going in for? And also, if we say saying that we say use the plan that we say use, then it's a seem like we say know what we say looking for and where we say should be going, as opposed to we say stumbling on it.
Well,
We could.
The only other thing I propose is heading to the plane of fire first and trying to catch up with Catherine.
We could just walk out of the door as they arrive and just say, "Oh, you guys took so long. Here you go."
Hang on, Tia's got an idea. Go on, Tia. What were you saying?
now I was just wondering, when you are talking about the alternative universes and everything in terms of the theory and everything else, what if you thought you went to a different universe to get this book?
Ooh,
It could be a parallel one, but you didn't know that it would be the same place? Just saying.
interesting.
You
We
did
said
find the different stories, right?
yes. Wisa could possibly claim that Wisa had knowledge from Wisa previous realm. Wisa come from parallel universe. Although Wisa would have to lie, Misa is not good lying.
And just leave the truth out of it. You don't lie, you just speak the truth with a loophole or hole in it.
Just smile and wave, and let Hunter talk.
That works too.
I do as much see our sticky situation. Would like to keep this book out of her hands for as long as possible.
Misa is agreeing with
We have a
this.
chance of the upper hand.
But Misa, why don't I just start talking like fucking?
It's infectious.
Well, what we could do is, if we go to this party, we might find out from this person that they might be defecting. That's why they're not speaking or checking in. They might have found out that there's real plans, and she might actually be causing them. That might be why, she's done this. So if we go there and find that out, and we've already given her the book, then we're pretty knackered. But if we go there, find that out, and then she's like, oh yeah, she's a bitch and she's causing all these rifts, then we can be like, yay, we still got it.
We saw. So, Lelalia no like this a person we are going to get the thing from, yes?
No, the lady does like this person. She just isn't currently responding to the Lelia.
So, we saw blame them and say that we stole the book from them.
Or, that's a very good point, what we could also do is just before I finish my point, I really need to find that fucking letter again.
Notable
Because-
objects and information, books and
Yeah.
letters.
Yeah.
If it's from Linvala's desk, that has its own folder in there. If it's a different book, it has a different title. If it's from the Arcanist study,
There you go.
it's there.
Right. Amazing. So, where's the thing about the fucking plane of fire attack?
Oh, that is something. Sorry,
Brimstone?
I was meant to include that in my recap. You guys did also steal a bunch of books from Lelalia's study, but have not had time to read them because the second hunter pulled one out. Lelalia was stood over his shoulder. But you do still have those books.
Which is the Brimstone map letter is the one where they're talking about going to attack the plane of fire, right? Or is that the latest proclamation?
The
Which
Brimstone
is
Hold.
the yeah?
Brimstone Hold is the fortress that Hunter and Ribbit stole the book from.
Right, but the map letter, is that the one where they said that? Is that the one referring to going to find
Yes.
the thing? Right. Okay, so what we could do is, because in this letter it says that the shroud have basically got the information, and what we could say is that we could just say that we didn't find it in the plane of fire. We could say that we found it somewhere else, and that is another thing that we could then turn around and go, well, we're better than the shroud, than your shroud, which
It
is
undermines her
totally
clauses.
blasphemy to begin with, because it undermines the shroud and saying that, well, they got false information, and that's a big deal.
I mean, if she asks me where we got it from, I can just say that's none of your concern. I just don't have to tell her. I said I'd rather not
but
tell
if she does ask, then we should probably come up with a very concentric lie that we can all agree to. And if we do go to the Feywild, we could just be like, "Oh, we found this out and about."
Why must we keep this thing on us if she needs it so badly? I know that she claims that we need it for these rifts, but something in me doubts that, at least fully.
Oh, I don't believe a word that just came out of her mouth.
Weren't we talking about hiding it somewhere?
Ooh.
We were, but also, if she assumes that we've messed with plans for the Book of Our Darkness, this isn't going to help her close rifts. She wants this for something else.
This is the Ascension, I think, is why she wants this.
I mean, probably because Vecna wrote all of his shit down in here, and Vecna's the one that ascended after the Raven Queen. He's the only other person, the only other entity that's done it.
Oh,
That has gone from mortality to godliness.
Oh, wasn't there something
need-
about?
Go
Oh,
on.
yeah, go. I'm just reading. Go on, carry on.
We do at some point in this need to make a stop back at the tower, I assume, for the staff, if that is the plan.
I don't want to give her the staff. That seems like a very bad idea.
But what I'm saying is, if we need to go there anyway, we could perhaps ask Vigil or Mordenkainen for a way to keep this away from her, or locked away, at least even from our knowledge, or perhaps, like we said, only with one of our knowledge, so that she has to keep us on her side. If she wants to know where it is, we can try and hide it and use it to something in the future.
I've got a question. And Lila turns to look at both Dayak and Tia. Is there
Here
a
it comes.
possibility that the two of you could maybe forge or create a replica of Mordenkainen's staff, but maybe we just say that we had to fight Mordenkainen for it, or like whatever, we ran out, we grabbed it, we left, we can't go back there, this is what we got you, and then if she tries to use it in that sense, it could be faulty, or we could just say that we grabbed the wrong one because we were in a rush to get out because we didn't really want to kill anybody to get it.
I mean,
Well,
it's on that note as well. Mordenkainen's a powerful wizard. There's like no reason why he wouldn't have copies, mocks, if you will, because of how precious the staff is to him.
Yeah, like a replica or something, or a fake, so that if somebody were trying to steal it, then they could steal
Yeah,
that
he's
and not
exactly.
have a real one.
He's not stupid, so it's
Yeah.
not unfeasible.
I'm sure that we can make something that looks like it, but
Yeah, no, I'm
it
not
will
asking
it
for
will be very identifiable in terms of the amount of power it radiates.
Tia, sorry, were you gonna say something?
Sorry, go ahead.
that's precisely what I wanted to say. There you go, they said it.
Cool. Sorry, Lavender.
Art devices in fucking sync. Boy.
I think the more pressing issue is what order to do these tasks in, because if it only took you guys a couple of hours to get there and back, then perhaps that is our most pressing issue.
But they were invisible, and it was just one of them. It sounds to me like if she sent Catherine off, then Catherine's going to have her retinue of her 6 followers. And if that's not enough, then she will send forces with Catherine. Catherine commands the entirety of the chalice.
Okay. So we do have time there.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
they make a big show offensive about it, then then Brimstone will go defensive and show their
Okay.
defenses, and it will be a bit of a siege. Whereas these two slipped in unnoticed by themselves and didn't cause any ruckus. And I'm sure that if Brimstone sees an entire like retinue of children walking towards Brimstone, I'm sure they're going to go, something doesn't seem quite right here.
Well, if that is the case, we seem to have a lead, at least to follow. My nose wants to follow the person who is missing in the Feywild and at least buy ourselves some time.
Well, the thing is, if you want to make things disappear, we can make it disappear, but we won't be able to get it back if you try to, which is a problem.
I think because we don't know, like they haven't said to us that thing is what the book is what they're specifically going for. We don't technically have that information.
Well,
So I think
here
we could
is
just play dumb for a while until we figure out something to actually do with it.
Or until we can't.
Yeah, or until we can't play dumb and go, oh yeah, no, you should have said something earlier on here.
Then how about we do this? We go to the Feywild and see who we could potentially meet there. And if we see creatures of the Fey, I believe they are not always trustworthy, but we could potentially do something over there.
I like going to the Feywild.
I think it would be a very
Yeah,
good
I
goal
agree.
to
I've
Feywild.
also just been reading the book, and you can, while you can tear out pages from the book, they will reappear if someone adds something to it. But there is a passage that says there are places where pages are missing, torn, or covered so completely with ink, blood, and scratches that the original text can't be can't read it. So, what if we read the book, or not read the book, but find Vecna's passages and cover them with ink, so that even if she does get it, she can't use the Vecna part, because the Vecna part isn't going to help with the portals. I don't think, anyway.
I've got a feeling there's probably like an easy way around that, unless it's like a special type of magical ink.
No.
Just because it's a magical artifact, right? It's designed to be read.
We got some tattoo inks.
It's a good idea, though.
And perhaps Tefel can look at something that could work.
I do have another question. You mentioned that someone could write into it. Is that correct?
Someone can what? Sorry.
Write into it, add in
Yeah.
pages.
Yeah, you can write. You have to be attuned to write into it, though. And I would not recommend attuning to this. Yeah,
I
because
just
there's
wonder
a
if
Well,
it's
you're no fun.
well, you can do, but there's a DC 20 check, and if you fail it, you're an NPC under the DM's control.
Yeah,
So
I'm good.
yeah.
there's just a question if it is possible to do at all. Is to write good things about things to the book.
What you mean, rather than having a recipe to steal someone's soul, you write in a bunch of cake recipes instead?
Or tea.
Sort of, but filling this whole bad thing with good things, and it might change the whole nature of the thing. Just say.
You can. When you attune to the book, you do become evil.
Well, how about someone just cast me the reverse spell that will change my alignment to good then?
Could do. Oh my god, my card would have come in handy for that.
I'm just saying, if you dabble with magic, you ought to have something to counter the magic.
Okay. Should we just go to the Fae and deal with that consequence?
Oh, hang on.
This one.
It's been forever since I've been to a party. Let's go.
Me too. I'm so
Well,
excited.
Let's just go get moving to the location, and we can discuss a little bit more about this.
Do we need a dress or something? Was there talk of a what's a glow up?
I mean, I ain't got nothing apart from these braces, so if I'm going to a fancy place, I probably need to get something.
So what if my alignment were to be changed to evil, and I could find something to change me to good or neutral?
Like what?
I don't know. I have read about a few spells, but I'm not sure how they work completely because, don't be experiment with people.
I mean, I can always turn us into whatever you want to look like.
Well, I just wanted to say that I had not so good of an idea. Remember the thing that I took from the Blackstaff Tower quite a while ago?
You have to be more specific. We ransacked that place.
Looking thing that's a dark green orb that belongs to a evil dragon.
Eve,
And,
just sorry, you go ahead.
if you attune to it, you might be subject to this dragon's orders, and you will also turn evil. But what if you have two of them together, but you would be able to reverse it? As
Like,
in,
canceling it out?
well, whether it's cancelling out or turning the person to good, what would that happen? That would be quite an interesting one.
That it's that moment that Eve like suddenly, takes like sort of like have like zoning in and out the conversation starts and scrabbles into her bag and goes and holds out the pendant that the lady gave her and goes, "Oh God, I've just had a thought.
Go on.
What's wrong?
What if she's listening to us through this?"
Can I identify the thing and see what its magical properties are?
You can. As you cast Identify, and the rest of the group falls completely silent in fear, you touch the item, and it turns out, while it is a symbol of the Laelia, it is not magical.
Oh, thank God for that.
Did,
I might. Oh, go on. Sorry. Go ahead.
just whilst we're here, before we go, you're right to be cautious, and perhaps we shouldn't be talking so close to here. But did you want to speak with Rasnasi before we left for anywhere?
Not yet. We have to do this first. The lady said she'd come to no more harm while we're gone. And I think that conversation it needs to wait a little bit longer. So we have the time to have it. I swore so long I was going to kill him for what he did to stop everything that was happening to the forest. Because he destroyed so much. And it was my duty to Obteo to do that. And now he's sort of in chains and looking quite pathetic. I don't really know how to feel.
I see you.
It makes me kind of feel like everything's been for nothing.
I think that we are just perhaps up against bigger fish than we can fry. Is that the saying?
Yes, I think so. It's almost like, it doesn't matter anymore. Obteo said to me himself that there are indeed bigger fish to fry. And a greater enemy to focus on. So, glow up!
While Eve is talking to Lavender in that way, Matt, can I attempt to discreetly cast message?
You can. It requires a point, so I'm gonna have to have, and your lips do move, so I'm gonna have to ask for a sleight of hand check. In fact, no, stealth check, because you're doing both.
Sure thing. Well, with my disadvantage, one was a natural 20 and the other was a 13. So with my -1 to stealth, that'd be a 12.
Okay. Anyone that has a 13 or above in passive perception, you can definitely see Lila trying their best to discreetly cast message. Who are you casting it at and to and saying what?
I'm casting it to Hunter.
I was going to say, because Hunter can see you.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, he can't. He can't. He has no idea you're doing this, which is great. His is
I
10.
was going to say, I'm pretty sure Hunter has the lowest passive perception of everyone here.
I don't know. I reckon mine is mine's somewhere there as well.
A fucking
Just say
normal
the-
source, I have no idea.
I do like the idea that the whole group can see this and it's just Hunter and Lila that think they're being really sneaky. But go on, Lila.
Yeah, so I would like to cast a message to Hunter. And the message that I'm going to whisper is I haven't always done exactly the greatest of good deeds. So if there's anybody that you need to try to become with the book of evil, then I guess I'm probably the one that's been there.
Hunter, you can reply to that message.
Hunter will not reply, but Hunter will look over at Lila and not nod, but you know that nod that you do when you don't know somebody that
Yeah,
you're walking
yeah.
down the street. He'll do that, but down, like ever
And-
so slightly.
When you do look over, you do see she is like sort of uncomfortable, but she's said it to you. But there's just kind of like that kind of like awkward, like uncomfortableness. You know, like when you're on your own at a party, that kind of
Mhm.
like vibe going
Mhm.
on with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter understands though.
And then I will turn to Eve and be like, "Yes, this glow up. Let's go for it."
Okay.
All right.
If you are getting a glow up here in Sigil, it is the center of the center of the Great Wheel, connected to all planes and all places. You can buy whatever you want here. So I'm gonna say this because you know where the markets are, you know how far away they are, etc. It's gonna take you about 4 hours for all of you if you wish to go shopping and find exactly what you want. Tell me exactly what you want for this ball.
4 scrolls of Tarask summoning. 6 plane shift scrolls.
Unfortunately, during this time, Hunter falls out of the wheel to his death down the infinite spire.
That's
So
canon now. Ha! See you in a bit, guys.
we'll start from the bottom up. Dayak, what would you like to look like / buy, if anything? You don't have to for this ball.
They would not buy anything. He'd instead probably work on modifying the look of his armor to be a little darker and less conspicuous looking.
Okay, easily done. Very
I love the
nice.
idea of just painting it black, like with the they put like a little tuxedo thing in the front.
Okay, smart armored ninja. Ribbit, are you buying anything? If so, what?
Rivip would like to look like this. So Rivip needs
Naked
a
with a
top
hat.
hat. Top hat. Well, he's always naked. He only has a jacket. But yeah, he wants a top hat, a bow tie, and a cane.
Okay. What kind of cane? Bog standard or something fancy?
He's a simple man, but I think if a sword cane's on the cards, he wouldn't say no.
I was not even thinking of a sword cane.
Scimitar cane.
You won't even use it as a weapon because I don't get nearly as many bonuses.
Okay. As you are searching around, Ribbit, you can find your top hat and your bow tie for let's say 2 gold pieces, because it while they are fancy items, depreciation is the thing here. While you're looking for a cane, there are quite a few stalls and fancier shops, etc., where you could find such a thing. You find one merchant who does indeed have a wide selection of canes. They've got some brass ones and bronze ones. They've got some nice wooden ones, painted, unpainted. And they also have one hanging on the wall at the back of a shop. It's sleek and black, but has a golden handle. And it's clearly in some prominence. It's stuck out as like the centerpiece of the accessories section of this store. And as you're as they see you looking over at the canes, they let you know that this is indeed a sword cane. Though you can see with your amazing passive perception, there is absolutely no hinge or anything in here for like a scabbard to slide off and there to be a sword inside. What do you want to do?
Misa is confused, sir. How would Misa get the sword out?
They pick it off the wall. They hand it to you for a demonstration, and they whisper a word into your ear. It's a magical word in nature. It sounds kind of like Latin. I will let you pick whatever that word is, but it is a command word. Are you speaking it?
Yes.
As a bonus action, you speak this command word, and the cane transforms into a longsword.
What?
The,
Oh, Misa's very impressed.
the shopkeeper does point out that it is not magical in nature. It is an ordinary longsword. However, if you speak the command word, it can transform between the two. They do
Misa,
also have normal cane swords that you can purchase instead.
Make the command word hunter, please.
The command word is Misa.
I really had to resist just making it like come. But
Well, my arm is yeet, so
it's what I mean. Giving us
Oh,
the command
God.
word is a dangerous situation.
I meant you still have to make it sound like it's more friendly. Come on. I'm just saying you can decide what that is.
longo.
How about a word that sounds rude but isn't?
Oh, that's a good idea. And if Misa were to be purchasing such an item, how much would Yusa be requesting in terms of monetary compensation?
For this, they are requesting 95 gold pieces.
You hear the slap of feet as he runs over to Hunter and says, Hunter! Do we still have 95 gold? Is that how much it was? Do we still have 100 gold? It was definitely less than 100 gold.
I have 100 gold. Why?
Do Wisa in Wisa collective funds have a spare 100 gold? Because Misa would very much like a magic sword cane.
Oh, magic sword, Kate. Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh, fantastic. Why didn't you say sooner?
I thought you were going to one of your, lady excursions.
Oh, no, Misa kicked the habit.
Well, I'm sure she is very sore.
Yes, Misa gambling man now. So,
That has
with...
never been mentioned in any of our games ever, just for the sake of everybody else here. That was brand new to that conversation.
Well, now they know. Until that point, they thought Ribbit was some sort of fucking vagina fiend.
D&D is just a game of yes and. You just gotta play with the curveballs.
For 95 gold, please take it away from your group funds.
Already
And
done.
do
Put
write
cane
sword
as well.
cane on our purchase list, thank you.
I put magic cane and tux.
Needs to go in the ledger. Yeah, so Ribbit sprints over with a fistful of gold and very excitedly asks the man for the cane.
You now own one veteran's cane, a top hat, and a bow tie.
Everyone who's psychically connected to Ribbit hears this laughter.
There's a
Okay.
general thought that goes through Lila's head as she goes, how can a laugh sound wet?
See, now you've said that, I'm picturing the laugh is like the Gungan boss from episode 1 of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
That's excited, happy frog noises.
Yeah. Tia, would you like to purchase anything in this glow up activity?
I'll probably just go look for a little bit of material to produce a different more kind of stuff. To be fair.
You're going to try and produce one or look for something similar?
Something that looks similar or have a similar magical feel to it, but don't really have the function.
Okay.
And then seal it.
In that case, you've got enough time for that, to be fair. I won't even make your roll investigation check. There are a few merchants here that deal with magical items. most of which do not have an enchanted staff that looks similar. However, searching through numerous stalls and stores, you can find a selection of carved parts for staffs, some whole staffs, some just in pieces, that you think if you were to manipulate in the right way, you could probably fashion together some sort of staff that looks similar to Mordenkainen's. Because it's not a very complicated staff that he has. So with your skill in woodworking, you should probably do it.
What I would then like to do is able to find someone who can create some type of magical seal on the staff itself.
Magical seal in what way? As in to try and give it the like deception, this deceptive property to it, so it seems the same.
As in, right, not right, two type of seal. As in concealing or sealing the magical properties of from a staff to disable the magical use of a innate property of the staff.
That's something you could probably do yourself.
But I do need quite a complex and high magical one.
You do, but unfortunately, the same kind of thing. If you're going to ask it of someone in Sigil, it's going to take the same amount of time, same amount of dedication and cost to it.
I'll do it myself then.
With a
But the-
premium, obviously, because you're asking someone else.
But the idea is to create a staff that looks like more the kind of staff, but to able to seal it off so the staff cannot be used.
Okay, like a case to put it in, you mean? Or like just a
As
magical
in
seal
if
around it.
as in metagaming wise, a staff that have innate magical power, but you are sealing it off so you cannot use the magic itself.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if Lilalia will ever get that staff, she cannot use it and she cannot re-question it unless she unseal it somehow.
Okay. There are definitely magical properties in D&D that allow you in the world that allow you to only use magic items on command words. So you could essentially transpose the same type of magic, giving it a magical aura, giving it a magical signature, but it can't be used unless someone knows the command word. And if they know the command word, well, you don't even need to give it a secondary property, really. So, but yeah, you could definitely work on something like that. You'd know the basics of how to start a process like that. Definitely
We'll do that.
gathering all the pieces. I'm going to say that's going to cost you in the region of 45 gold because
Okay.
they are quite unique items. When it comes to creating that effect on it, I'd say just treat it as a bog standard common magical item creation in terms of time and cost, because it is a very basic enchantment and it's very precise what you want it to do. If you wanted to have any other properties, then do let me know. Lila.
Well, Viola would actually, thinking about this, would like to search for Shadowfell high-end fashion. Seeing as how I found out that I come from the Shadowfell, I would like to seek out a store or a district that divulges in Shadowfell fashion.
Okay, that is easily done. There's quite a few in the Shadowfell style here. None of them are very appealing, but they're there.
I would like to find if any of the shops specialize in northern Shadowfell-esque fashion, because I would like to try and find a dress or an outfit that is reminiscent of where I come from, seeing as how I'm now trying to embrace that.
Okay. After talking to a merchant or two, you can tell some of them are just selling this because people will buy it, and some of them actually know what they're talking about. The ones that do, they take you over and show you around. They don't have like a specific section for that in any store or marketplace, but they will point out certain items that would be more common in the north. In that case, you're shown not so much in the sense of dresses. You are shown a few skirts and battle skirts. Same with like hooded cowls and like overcoats. All of them seem to have deep earthy colours, blues, and all of which have like furred rims around the hoods themselves, bottom of the skirts. All of which seem to consist of like a tight-fitting underlayer and then a warmer overlayer to protect them from the cold, and all made of quite sturdy fabric, clearly made to last, as they can get quite battered and worn.
Okay, seeing all of this and understanding that's the type of fashion, and I'm going to be going to the Feywild, and I'm probably going to melt. I would like to find the most edgelordiest, emoist, lacy, gothy, flowy, fucking long sleeved, like imagine Evil Queen Galadriel. Like that's the kind of vibe I would like to find instead. Then.
You can absolutely find that. That is the majority of the shop.
Yeah, then that is. I am going hardcore lace gauntlets, like a lacy veil to go over the top of my head with like what my diadem is now. I want to find something like gothicy with even more so maybe to like throw the scent off. Maybe something with like a raven insignia or something of that nature as well.
Okay. Again, Raven in signature is all over the place in here.
Beautiful.
Many supporters of the Raven Queen in the Shadowfell. Feel free to show us in Discord any of the type of thing that you are thinking of. I'm sure there's
Amazing.
plenty of Shadowfell art on the internet.
I am now going to Google shit. Carry on.
Lavender.
I think, by the sounds of it, in the same shop as Lila. Lavender. Actually, you notice that Lavender is kind of picking at people and like correcting things as they're picking stuff out. She's going, "Oh no, that won't work. It's not been fashioned for a very long time in there." She's kind of like mentioning things and spending time advising people that she seems to know a lot about Fae fashion, put it that way. And you haven't heard her talk about that before. But she eventually shrieks as she kind of discovers this Victorian Gothic black purple dress that she kind of tries on and comes out, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's perfect!" And I think where Lila is looking for something that shows that she's from there,
Yeah.
Lavender's choice very much portrays a choice that has read a lot about it, but maybe doesn't quite get it.
Yeah.
And this dress, yeah, it just kind of like, as it swishes and moves, it kind of goes through purple and black. Maybe she kind of like disguises herself every now and then and gives it a bit of extra shimmer. And it kind of spikes up into these like sharp like sort of wing-esques at the back. I've got a picture, I'll drop it in the Discord.
Okay.
It's equally as regal as it is horrifying, but something that would look right at home at a Feywild ball. And she's definitely going to look for like a tall, curled, crooked hat that kind of swoops over her the eye with the tattoo on.
Nice. Okay. For that level of finery and detail, it's going to cost you 6 gold pieces, Lavender.
Sure
So a
thing.
bit more
Take my
expensive.
money.
For Lila, though yours is a lot cheaper, you're getting kind of an amalgamation of bits and bobs to put together your own own outfit. So that's going to be in the region of 4 gold pieces.
Amazing.
Eve.
So I guess Eve would also be the shop looking around. So like she's obviously not particularly, doesn't conventionally wear a lot of dresses, for practical reasons in the jungle mostly. She's looking for something like a bit, like earthy colours that's practical but also like not horrendous. Like something that kind of like, as well I suppose like in the size of someone who's very, very, very small as well.
Okay. Easy to do. Feel free to drop us a picture or a description of exactly what you're thinking of. You're probably only going to look at 2 gold pieces of something earthy and simple, but
I'll have a
nice.
Cool. I'll have a Google and get back.
Cool. Hunter.
Hunter would like to look for a ring, specifically a ring of spell storing, if there is one.
Okay, you're definitely going to
Yes.
find a ring of spell storing on Sigil. Your mic's a bit quiet if you're far away from it, by the way.
I was lying on my bed.
That'll be why. I could barely hear you and you're at 200%. So, ring of spell storing. I was not expecting that. And I'm dying a bit. He's still be getting ill. Okay. It is a rare magical item that you seek. Give me 1 second. I do have a guide for all of my different magic item prices, etc. Okay. Yeah, you do find one specific seller of an assortment of magical rings in the magical markets you visited previously. Can you just give me a quick persuasion check?
Of course. Persuasion. Hopefully that's not horrific.
Wow, that's quite good. Okay, in that case, after chatting up the owner of this particular stall, you present your idea of this ring of spell storing. You want to purchase it. He will offer it to you for a mere 6,000 gold.
Interesting.
Do you have a spare 6,000 gold, Hunter?
Bro, yeah, of course we do. Excuse me, sir. Might you take 4,000 for that?
This is a very, very popular magic item. It's very powerful as well. You do not come by these very easily. Creating one is even harder still. I'm only offering you to you for such a low price already because it's been sat here for quite a while, and I would like to sell it today, if I can.
What would you say if I was to throw this in and I'll pull out the magical lightning javelin?
Give me 1 second. Because while this seller would know exactly what that is, I do not, in terms of value. Okay. Okay. If you were to throw that in, he would sell you the ring. Give me a persuasion check.
One. Be as good as the first one. Persuasion. Yeah.
What is it? I can't see.
15.
15. If you will give it to you, the ring, for the javelin and 5,400 gold.
Hmm. Okay. And what if I threw in a greater restoration potion?
5,325 gold.
They're not as expensive as I thought. He
There's a
looked at
difference
Rick.
between the seller buying things off you and selling it to you.
Is this,
Yeah, it's CX prices.
are we all part of a group here, or is Hunter just fucked off on his own?
No, we're just doing this like laissez-faire. So if
Alright.
you want to be there, you can be there.
What if I were to offer a very rare item that he could sell at whatever price that he wanted, that being an item of the Church of Silvermist, say perchance a shield with an insignia on it?
Ooh.
Are you kidding? These people have been walking around for months now. There's so many of them here. Yes, they are very protective over their things, but no, I do not think so. You think I want one of them to walk past and see me with one of their things on my stall? Do not think so.
How about 5,000 gold and the javelin? I think that's pretty fair.
Is that all your reasoning?
Yeah.
Persuasion check at disadvantage.
2 nat 20s. Come on.
I think 5,400 is quite fair.
Okie dokes. No problem. I shall shop elsewhere. And Hunter will leave. Because there, I'm not spending that much.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess Hunter does not buy anything then.
I miss the days when we were stupid rich.
Um,
Goddamn plane shift.
One of the strongest magic items in the game, and I was here thinking, like, what are the prices of clothes? Fucking hell.
if you were to have, say, for example, we were to throw into this deal something along the lines of blood that would contain magical properties that you could use for other things, how much would you include? How much would be 5,000 plus the javelin plus?
Say that again. What exactly are you trying to pitch them?
Do you have magic blood?
Magic blood.
Yes, magic blood that can be used for things.
What
Other
is it
enchantments,
blood
other
of?
magic. The blood of a nymph.
Okay. You know you're in Sigil, right?
Yes.
They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are offering them their blood?
How many are bleeding?
Surprisingly, none. I think that makes you a bit weirder than you think. Yes.
Well, also, but our blood does contain magical properties, and it can be used in any number of things. It can be used as a substitute for certain things. It is one of the reasons why we as a people are hunted.
Well, yes, but not in Sigil. So I personally, I do not use your blood for creation of these items, nor to purchase them.
But you could use it to sell on to one of the purveyors of magical.
I could,
alchemistry
madame, but
as an item.
I'm a salesman. I sell rings. If people come to my stand to buy a ring, and I try to sell them some stranger's blood,
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you
Hunter
could
will
sell the ring
usher
on.
everybody out of the shop and be like,
you-
"It's fine.
You,
Do not
you could
worry."
take you could
Dragging
take
Lila
this
by the back,
item
like, "Come on."
and take it to, I don't know, sell it to one of your shop vendor friends that.
oh
that
yes, I
go
could,
in these things.
but I have a to buy your blood. But organ sales and blood sales is not really a thing in Sigil. I mean, yes, you could probably find it, but not on the streets. This is we have some class, you know.
Another thing that would be a rare item and trinket for you to be able to sell for a high price to someone. You're only
It would
saying
be rare if I had
more
the
good
head
things.
of. It would be rare if I had the head of a pixie, but no one would buy my rings.
I
Doesn't
could
matter
take
how
you the head
bad
of a
it is.
pixie.
Hunter is very content in just leaving this store.
I like the idea that Lila's still there trying to persuade, and Hunter, who wanted
Yeah,
to
Hunter's taken the rest of them, and I'm there like, but my blood.
I'm astounded that it's devolved into this level of chaos without Ribbit being present. This is wild. Also, Ribbit is now very interested in your blood.
I mean, Ribbit can be as interested in my blood as he wants.
Lavender's
So,
as
where would we go sell some blood?
Oh, please do not. No. I can't have you going to one of my colleagues or one of my.
Oh, that's
worse,
fine.
one of
We'll
my
just
rivals.
go next door, and we'll just say, "Hey, the guy next door said that you'd know where we could sell some blood," and I'll just get the information from them. Then, yeah, that's what you want me to do. You want me to go next door and maybe to the next one over as well, left and right, and let them know there's lots of this information. Yeah.
Lila, what did this shopkeeper do to you?
The
He has
shopkeeper
an item.
points to his left and casts a message.
Hunter will
I'm
counterspell
gonna
that shit and hold
Check
it
and mate.
I'm gonna point
What?
right
Sorry.
and cast message.
Hunter will fucking counterspell that shit.
He's gonna counterspell your counterspell.
This
I'll
is
counterspell
insane!
his
Counterspell.
What's happening?
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god!
Okay, as Lila counterspells the counterspell to counterspell Hunter's counterspell counterspells the message as Lila then casts a message to the other shopkeeper on their right.
Yeah.
Lila, what are you saying?
I'm saying, hey, the guy in the proprietor of this shop is recommending I come to you to find out how to sell magical blood.
There's a pause before you get a reply of what? And as the silence settles back on the store, the person behind the counter is like, you seriously think this is gonna make me sell you a ring? Really?
No, I'm just here to sell a little bit of chaos now. Bye.
Come on.
I forgot why we were even here!
Try and get Hunter a fucking ring.
What is getting into you?
I'm going to tell my colleagues about you.
And I'm going to tell everyone about you.
As he says,
Oh my
says
God.
that, and Hunter's about to walk out the door, and he says, "We're going to tell all the people about you." Hunter will stop dead in his tracks and turn around very slowly and look him dead in the eyes. What
Yes.
was that?
I said I'm going to tell everybody about you.
Hunter will cast banishment, and no, you're joking. He doesn't cast banishment. He just goes, "Okay."
Oh my god. I've never gulped so hard.
Okay. So after 4 hours
Oh,
elapse,
guy.
you guys have your party supplies and have made a reputation for yourself with a certain shopkeeper. You guys meet back up in the market districts. What is it you would like to do?
Ribbit, would you mind stealing a ring for me?
Oh, where's it from?
This shop over here. Can you go in and sneak it?
Did he look like a magic man?
No.
You so sure about this?
Yes.
He cast message.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he
I
didn't.
saw it.
No, he didn't.
You're gonna get that frog fried one day.
No.
Misa worried. Maybe Wisa come back tomorrow when he's not expecting us.
Okay.
But he's gonna totally know it was us.
Nah.
Also true.
If I had my fucking Mind Stone, I'd be so good right now.
I missed the Mind Power Stone combo, dominate person, everyone. God, it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got
1,000
everything for
gold.
free.
Don't you need 1 gold? Oh yes.
We got everything for free.
Oh,
It's
right.
almost as if the DM learned their lesson and you no longer have them.
What are they
So-
going to do with this? Break people and fucking sort the campaign out? No, just buy free shit.
So, as you guys meet back up to discuss what to do next, can I just ask? Oh, it was Eve actually. Eve, as you are sorting out your stuff, you have the bundle of tickets to this ball. I'll say as you're switching between outfits and sorting out your belongings in your bag, you do realise that tucked in amongst the tickets for said ball, as you prepare, there is a rough map of the hall that has been drawn out for you. Hopefully in the
Ooh.
aid of guiding your way to the ball, around the ball, and if you need to teleport to the Palisade Hall.
Eve will relay that to the group and let them know.
And
Also,
go on.
I was just going to say, like, there wasn't a dress code on the tickets at all, was there? We sort of just like assumed, like
This is what Matt's like now. There fucking is.
There isn't that you can see. No.
Okay, so like
the tickets themselves are very, very elaborate. It's that they've got a pink backdrop. The parchment itself is pink, and then they've got silver and gold like edging and swirls all around them. The writing itself is kind of in a luminescent blue that shimmers as you move it from side to side. So certain angles you can actually see the writing on the ticket. But they are very fancy. No dress code.
Yeah, Eve will, because the ink is pretty fancy, just give it to Teffel to look at briefly and like make a few notes in case she fancies doing something similar. Or they fancy doing something similar. And yeah, she'll hand out the tickets, and probably the sneakiest amongst us is the frog, so like I'll give him the map.
Okay.
He holds it upside down.
And on that
Lalach Tepesal?
the DM really needs to pee, so we're going to have our 5-minute break now.
Alright, sounds good.
Go.
See you in 5 minutes, guys.
Try.
Should have stole that ring for me.
Yeah. If we hadn't made such a scene, I would have been more tempted. Also, you're still very quiet.
Oh, sorry. I was turning my gain up the wrong way. Is that better?
That's so much better. You're so
Okay.
loud now.
Okay. It was literally like my microphone was like it's turning it away from me clockwise, but the mic's upside down. It was like above my head. So yeah, I was just like making myself really quiet.
But yeah, I'm waiting for this now. After we said that thing about the dress code, I'm waiting for. Have you seen the Only Fools episode with Batman and Robin? Where they run into the funeral dressed as Batman and Robin. I'm waiting for it to be that now.
Everyone's gonna be suit and tie, and we're just like. Yeah, so just so you know, we have 6,543 gold.
Oh wow, that's way more than I thought we had.
Yeah, 62 electrum, 12 silver, 710 copper. We spent. How much did we spend in Eberron? We spent a lot in Eberron.
We spent so much.
We spent.
I mean, we spent 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, we spent about 10,000 gold in Eberron.
Yeah, and then another like 15k of Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
only we had known about Nox's sword.
Oh, bro.
I'd buy 10 rings.
I genuinely try not to think about it. It hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one time before like back when I never used to like RP much? There was a time we were in a tavern and this girl came on to me and I was like, "Oh, well in for this." And I went upstairs to have my way, and Cal, the sneaky weird pervert bastard, went invisible to watch us like do it. And then halfway through, Lydia was like, "She takes off her shoes." I'm like, "Okay." She takes off her clothes. Okay. She takes off her skin, and I'm like, "What?"
And the whole time, me and Mannion are downstairs drinking from the beer tits.
Yeah.
And you never shouted us while all this was going on. So every round it came to our turn, and we just had to keep drinking. And then by the time we finally found out something was going on, because I think Cal cast Fireball.
Yeah. Yes.
We heard an explosion, and so we tried to come up, and we were too drunk to get upstairs. And then we finally got upstairs, and you'd basically dealt with the situation, but Mannion finally got to put out some non-magical fire.
Yeah.
It's fucking rain. Oh, that's one of the best like RP moments that's ever fucking happened.
You take
That was
off her
so
skin.
funny.
Excuse me?
That was so fucking funny.
Hmm.
Oh man, just every turn I was sat there staring at you, just like, please say something, make a noise, please draw my attention.
Oh,
So
that was
funny.
good.
Good thing.
Oh, you missed it at the start of last session. Lila found out how much max HP I had, so she was like, "I bet I could beat you in a 1v1." So we had a 1v1 before the session. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I was
Who
on
won?
2 HP. After the first attack, I was on not a lot. Then missed one attack and then hit me. Dealt some extra damage, took me down to 2 HP, and I was like, oh my god. And then I remembered then I got hit, and then I was put down to I died. But then I remembered my book, and it resurrected me, and I was like, ah!
Jets.
It was so fun. Yeah, I didn't realize how little HP I had until they nearly one-shot me, and I was like,
Yeah, you squishy boy.
yeah. I mean, every time I rest, I do have 93 hit points is what I'm walking around on most of the time.
So yeah, because my
AC's 19, which is not that low.
your AC is pretty good to be fair.
But it's
'Cause
15 or 9.
because my health's 125, and then I get your bonus on top of that. I'm only like 30 HP ahead of you.
You've got your shield, haven't you? You got your shield in there.
I still don't have a shield.
You
Or
do.
do
I
I?
bought. Yeah, I bought you
Did
a
you?
shield with the
Oh,
face, the
nope.
mask face on the front.
Oh, you did.
So that's +2. You've not had a +2 on your AC this whole time.
I have not
Dual
equipped.
wield weapons, don't he?
Huh?
Oh wait, no, you don't dual wield anymore, do you?
No.
No, I only wield one at a time.
Put your shield up, boy.
Is that +2 to AC?
It is. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Have you not? You had a shield and not been using it.
Yeah.
When he got it, he was dual
Still
wield.
alive!
Yeah.
Ribbit's just like, oh, that's what this is on my back.
How did you survive Linval? What the fuck?
So just so you all know, while the shopping and the theory crafting and stuff was going on, I've been reading through some other classes because I'm tempted to multi-class with my next level, and I remembered that uncanny dodge is a thing.
No!
So if we get into another fight, I will use my uncanny dodge that I have not used for quite some time.
Josh.
I think the last time you used it was against disintegration against Linvala.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. I think
that
it
was the last time you
genuinely
used it.
might be that long ago. It genuinely might be that long ago.
Yeah.
I haven't needed it since, to be fair.
Well, the
That
whole
was the
last
only time I
campaign.
heard you panic go through your character sheet. What do I have to keep me alive?
At least you weren't as bad as Mannion for the whole of the last campaign.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just to set this up, guys, before we carry on. If you are back, please put it in the chat so I know to continue.
You tell the whole thing, you tell it better.
Yeah.
So basically, they had the whole campaign. They were fighting against Mephistopheles and this devil onslaught, basically. So fiends and a few undead, etc., etc., a few cultists, blah blah blah. Our friend Alex was playing a paladin. Reasonably new to D&D at the start. At the start, when they were doing the Lost Mines of Phandelver, they were killing undead, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, I've got this boost to undead. It's great. I can do extra damage, etc."
No.
We finished the campaign. Mephistopheles drops dead. They level up, and he's looking through his character sheet, and he just goes, "Oh, and fiends."
Fucking hell.
The whole
I get it to
fucking
fiends as
campaign.
well.
He also
He had damage bonuses to everything they fought and never knew.
He also
as a
until
paladin player, that hurts me.
Until level 8, he didn't realize that his lay on hands went up either. So for all levels, he had 5 points of lay on hands.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
But we lived somehow.
So anyway, where we picked off, guys. Picked off, picked up, left off, picked up. Got there in the end. So you guys are on the streets of Sigil. Down a few spell slots because of the counter spelling. Don't forget that. And with your ball regalia and tickets, in addition to a map. Chris is here. This is perfect timing.
And did I see dressing up for Fable?
Yes, as I was just about to say, you guys have spent 4 hours shopping in Sigil. There has been some exchanging of spells with some shopkeepers, but everyone is now dressed for the ball. You have your tickets. You have a map of the Palisade Hall, which I'll pull back up on the screen just so you can see it as well, Chris.
That's funny.
What I was going to say. So in those 4 hours, if there's anything you want to dress up as in particular, please do let me know. If there's anything you want to buy for this ball, if not, then we can pick up there. Just let me know, and I'll tell you how much it is. Describe what it is you're buying.
Well, Monroe is very lucky in the fact that he doesn't have to dress up because he has glamoured studded leather armor, so he can change his appearance quite easily.
Nice.
So, but he will. The one thing he probably doesn't work with is his hat. So, I'm just trying to give myself a quick Google. Sorry. Quickly Google things so I can kind of describe what I'm thinking.
It's all right.
So, when you probably next see Moreau, he is where his outfit has changed. His trousers are now, I'd say, like a dark navy blue, rather than kind of black with kind of navy stripes down the side. He has kind of tall, kind of knee-length boots, and he's wearing this kind of what his kind of dress coat is now no longer the same kind of style or fit. It is a white dress coat with like an electric blue lining with like little military-esque, with like kind of almost like epaulets at the side and the collar's turned out. And again, he's got his waistcoat is now this patterned blue and black. I'd say like a satin or a velvet kind of shape. White dress shirt with the collar's not like a normal collar; it's kind of one of those kind of just a straight collar around the side. And he's got a red. His bow is now kind of red.
Moreau, you look like a captain.
No, it's I'm more of a look. Oh no, this is more. I'm going for a look here. It's I saw it once in someone. I thought it worked out quite nice.
It is truly stunning.
Thank you very much, Lala. You don't look scrub up so bad yourself.
Oh well, thank you.
And I think he'd probably want to get a matching kind of white-ish hat with like a top hat, or maybe like a grey, white top hat to go with it. But that was the one thing he'd want to buy.
Okay, great. Top hat will just set you back 1 gold piece on its own.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, to buy that, and you probably get like a matching kind of blue ribbon, electric blue ribbon on it.
Very nice. In that case, guys, you are all suited and booted. What would you like to do?
Can I just check what time it is?
After those 4 hours, it is currently 4 p.m.
Cool. Just
When-
wondering how long I've got till I go a bit loopy, potentially.
When is the ball?
It does not say.
Shit.
Like the DFS sale, as soon as it ends, another one starts.
Yeah.
Well, time is a little unusual concept in the Feywild, you see, so perhaps it is any time.
Oh, amazing. In that case, then, I was going to ask before we leave. Those two individuals that we met back at the start, who seemed to know me. They gave me this, and I will pull out the scrap of material mat.
Okay.
I was wondering if you wouldn't all terribly mind, if because I'm not sure if they'll be here when we come back. So I would quite like to maybe use this for its intended purpose and talk with them, because they seem to have information to tell me about where I come from. And now that I know a little bit more about myself, I thought that maybe I would very much like to talk with them and about home. She says with like a question mark.
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. If we can hunker down somewhere, keep watch for you.
Great. Only I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with this. That's the only problem. Can I inspect the material, Matt? Is there like a magical quality to it, or?
There is indeed. I believe, has someone not already cast Identify on it?
Send in so.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, amazing. Sweet. Okay, then if everybody's cool with it, I mean, I'm more than happy to just jump to the Fae thing.
We can do it before we go.
Sweet. Then I will use it as a sending stone. Then. Hello. It's Lyther Tudonil here. Could we meet?
There is a brief pause before an answer returns. Oh, hi. Yeah, no. Bit busy. Give me a day.
Shit. We're actually going to a ball in the Feywild. Is there any chance that we could meet quickly before we go? I'm not quite sure when I'll be back.
Well, yeah, that's how the Feywild works, isn't it? Well, have a nice time. If you need anything, let us know. This was just so you could ask us anything, stick together, that kind of thing. Not really at your beck and call. I still don't really know you.
Yes. No, I wanted to know more about myself, and you seem to know information. I've only just found out my real name, actually. Sorry. I'll try again later.
I'm free to talk. I'm not. Oof. Oh shit! I'm free to talk now.
Oh, fantastic then. Where is it exactly that I? So my name is Lila Tudonil. And I was wondering if you could tell me more about home.
Yeah, sure. Fucking hell. Yeah. It's a bit cold. It's a bit wet. Not many people go out to the marshes. Last time I was there, well, there weren't many of your kind left, to be honest. Most of them, well, I don't know where they were. Dead, gone somewhere else. It's the Shadowfell. You can never tell. I mean, it cuts out there.
Yeah. You do seem a tad busy from the sounds of things. Maybe I'll try in a day or so's time if I can. Just so I don't seem to be bothering you. I will let you know when I get back to Sigil and see where we go from there.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll get in touch. Oh, for God's sake! Wait. That's all you hear.
Okay. So Feywild Ball then, guys, I guess?
Sure.
Party.
So how you getting there, guys?
Well, Moreau, would you be so inclined as to transport us?
I only have access to teleport spells. I believe.
Oh
does,
no, it was Hunter.
Tia
wasn't it?
have? Who has the cube?
But the
Well-
cube's still out of charges, isn't it, Tia?
I think the last time Hunter used it, it's about 2 days ago, so I think we'll still need to wait 1 day.
But we're in a city of doors, right?
She'll turn to the nearest shopkeeper and she'll be like,
Any idea how we can get to the Feywild from here?
There's a few random doors open up here and there, but you'd need the gate town probably for that one.
All right, which way?
That way. I don't really venture out of Sigil. I'm sorry. He points in a vague direction off the edge of Sigil.
okay, let's go.
Where is it you're going, guys?
Heading in the direction that he's sent us.
You
thought
are
we-
in a donut city floating above a mountain top.
I thought we could go back to the tower and then go from there.
That's
Which
also a
tower?
possibility.
You know, the one with Virgil is. Vigil, sorry.
Okay. How are you getting there?
How did
Doesn't
we get
Hunter,
here? I can't remember.
doesn't Hunter have plane shift?
Hunter has a very, very risky version of plane shift with a broken amulet that could potentially take us anywhere. And
Or we
French.
banish. Yeah, but then equally we can end up basically anywhere. We looked out last time and it still took us days. Although, oh no, because not everyone fits in the box. Never mind. I was going to say we could just post ourselves to Vigil, but only we could do that because I'm a small boy. Oh, we could do tier actually, but everyone else is stuck.
I shall not be in the box.
Wait, I got it! I can send us all to Vigil. I got it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll send you in Growler Speedy Courier, and you have one person in the amulet. When you get there, he opens it up, you amulet them out, you close it, you come back, you get another person, I send you again, you amulet, close it, put it
Oh my
out.
god! Yep. Does it work cross dimensions though? We do have to be on the right plane, right?
Yeah, we have to be on the right plane though.
So we can banish ourselves, but if we don't banish all of us at the same time, then we might not all end up together. Although in the same situation, as long as we banish with people, we do the same strategy to the other group, and then we do the strategy.
Why don't we just... I think I've got an easy method of this. We could just go back to the Lelia, show her that we're suited and booted for this ball, and ask her for transportation or means.
I don't want anything to do with going back there with this book for now. We can absolutely find an easy way back to the Feywild, surely.
Yeah. Wait, there's a way back to the prime material plane, surely. So we just go there and we can teleport them.
Also true, yeah.
Come through a doorway.
Yeah, literally.
Like we
Yeah.
know where that is.
Yeah, did he
go
say
through
there's
there
a
and
gate
then-
district? Or something?
Indeed, you know where it is.
Yeah, so we go there, get to the prime material, and then we just speed the courier ourselves over to Vigil. Or maybe when we get there, we can choose where we go,
They
and that
can
would be even
teleport
easier.
us. I can teleport several of us.
Amazing.
There you go.
And then we
Also
could,
true.
and then if we get back to Vigil, maybe somebody in Blackstaff Tower has the ability to plane shift us to where we need to be. If all else fails, we could probably, because there is a portal to the Feywild there, but maybe Vigil could move it.
Yeah, like we covered.
Yeah, because he moved it last time, right?
Yeah. No. Once we're there, we can. There's ways of traveling. We can teleport while we're there.
Yeah. Moreau, you could teleport us because we've got the map and everything, so we're familiar with it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We just do that. Yeah.
Yes.
I can only teleport some of us. I think it's up to 9 of us.
That's fine. We've got the Pokeball, right?
Worst case, we speed courier The Last of Us.
Yeah.
We know at least that me and Hunter can speed courier ourselves, worst case, so. And we can do the same with anyone else that needs to, so.
Yeah, all right. Let's do that then. Because then we can also feel vigilant on what's happening.
Counting the amount of people we have in the game channel, we're missing Eve. That doesn't count for this.
Yeah. We'll just leave the DM here.
We're making our own.
So then that will work. If you can teleport up to 9 people.
Yeah. 9 and 9. Perfect.
Just wondering before we go, does anyone need a little bit more tailoring to fine-tune their suit? Or dress?
I'm good. I'm just wearing my thing.
Resisting the temptation to get my hat tailored.
Get the filigree on it. Do it.
Between us, as in, anybody who's been to the Feywild previously, can we tweak any of our outfits to sort of blend in more?
We've never seen anybody in like fancy stuff. It's always been like random people dwelling in caves and shit.
So I guess from Lavender would have heard lots of stories about it growing up. So is there anything that she recalls in terms of like the regal people of the Feywilds who would have had the fancy balls and things?
You would have heard of many things about the Feywild, about what they wear, how they act, etc. The different species there. It's worth noting that that is not this world. But if you wish to tailor people's attire to that, then you are more than free to do so.
I mean,
Just describe how you do it.
Lila will also have knowledge of this world.
Yeah.
Feywild.
Lavender will kind of go, okay, let's have a look at everybody, and kind of line you all up, inspecting you all for in little intricacies, details that maybe Tia can help to tailor and make just look a bit more regal and fitting into the nobility.
Well, just let me know, and I shall put my working gloves on, and I can start tailoring.
Okay, can I have... I'm not going to question Tia's ability to make small changes here. But can I have a...
Because I would put thieves' gloves on before I do anything.
Can I have a... Can I have an insight check from Tia? And can I just have a basic charisma check from Lavender?
Can I have advantage because my background is sage? So
You
she would have
can.
also researched this? Okay, great. Just straight charisma.
No. Sorry, you cannot. Because
Okay.
this isn't testing your knowledge per se, I'm testing how well you can describe to Tia and how well Tia can understand and execute those descriptions.
Uh-oh.
I will give you guidance.
Oh!
Hey.
The description was great.
Tia, you're pretty sure you have You are doing exactly what Lavender is telling you. You are nailing this.
Perfect.
So, with those
Kind of like
alterations,
that.
sorry.
Oh, good.
With the alterations done, what did you say the plan was to actually get back to Virgil?
To go back through the same door that we
Okay,
came
yeah.
through, and
Cool.
then teleport.
In that case, it is an hour's walk back to where you first appeared in Sigil. And there you find the same intersection, 4 streets converging in the middle. Busy goings on. No signs of any of the children of the faith. Oh my god, that's an amazing picture. No signs of the children of the faith. And you see in the middle of the street the stone archway, transparent, like nothing in or around it that looks magical, but that is the one that you walked through to get here. Well, when you arrived here.
Does the archway, Lila will walk up to the archway. Does the archway look similar to the stone things that we had to pump magical energy into to activate the braziers?
Remind me of where that was?
In the
Yeah, no, I
testing
remember.
with the
No, it does not.
No? Is there an activation word or keyword around it? Anything engraved in it that would be a activation word?
You have a look and you don't see anything. As you're examining the stonework, it looks plain, it looks basic. There's nothing to suggest it would be a portal of any kind until upon one of your inspections, out of nowhere, someone just steps through and rams straight into you. They fall to the floor. It's a very elderly looking grey haired dwarf. And as they get themselves back up, like proper straining to do so, they give you a side glance. It's like, the hell do you think you're doing? And just begin to shuffle off down the street. Very annoyed that you got in their way.
Okay. I'll just try and walk through it then.
Cool. As you step through, from the rest of yours perspective, absolutely nothing happens. Apart from Lila's not there anymore.
I'll go through too.
Okay.
Yep.
Ro will step through as well.
Yep.
One by one, you all begin stepping through, and
Lavender,
Yep.
I'm a little bit scared. Can I hold your hand when we go to?
Yes, dear. Of course you can. Come on.
And she'll like get a mushroom out of her bag and put mushroom down as well. And the metal kind of clanks as it's waking up and comforts you from the other side too.
Let's go.
Thank you.
one by one you step through, and without much drama, you all disappear. As you were the first one through, Lila, can you just roll me a D100, please?
No. It's a good sound. 90.
That's either really good or really bad.
No, sorry, 91.
Cool.
91 children of Silvermist are there awaiting transportation.
As I'm assuming with the hesitation, Tia and Lavender were going to be the last ones through here. Tia, can you roll me a D100, please?
Let's see if I can roll the exact opposite.
Should we have all held
What?
hands
Yeah, we're in different places.
or thought really hard about where we wanted to go?
63.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Okay. As you all step through, you expect to find yourselves in the abandoned shack from which you left. You instantly realize you're not in Sigil anymore. One by one, you all appear. Beneath your feet on a stone outcrop, there is a faded and dormant teleportation circle. Clearly, the other end of the portal you've just stepped through. However, you're not near Silvery Moon and near an abandoned swamp. You are bitterly cold instantly. You're very high up. There is snow on the ground all around you. You're on the side of a mountain. There is wind blistering against your cheeks and through your hair. There's that very dry smell in the air, and a mixture of sleet and snow batters the side of you, trying to knock you off your feet. As you peer through the snowstorm around you, those of you who are very familiar with your geography of the Sword Coast, you can't recognize landmarks per se, but you can see off maybe 50 or 60 miles in the distance, right over towards the edge of the horizon, this subtle outline of a coast. A mountain range lies to your left. You're on another mountain range, the edge of it that is back away from you. You can figure from where the light's coming from, you're looking towards the southwest. Given these landmarks, you are very far north. As Tia steps through, as the last one to appear, there is a subtle whooshing sound from beneath your feet, and it dawns upon you that you are all in the frozen north, in Icewind Dale.
Cool. Let's stay here for a bit.
Oh no.
Let's do this campaign.
As I specified, though, you do not see any landmarks around you besides the mountain and the mountains and the snow.
I feel we're dressed somewhat inappropriately for this location.
Don't we still have the coats?
Some of
I
us
do.
will.
Can I look down, Matt, and commit the the kind of address of the teleportation circle to memory?
You absolutely can.
Cool. So I've just got it. So if we have to come back here, well, I can get us back to Blackstaff Tower if we need.
Yes, please, Moreau, if you could. This is sheer that I'm just wearing and a corset.
It's like being on a night out in Newcastle.
Oh.
Hey.
I think there's 10 of us total, right?
Yeah,
I
that sounds right.
walk up to the Slippy Boy. Put me in the Pokeball, please.
Oh, that is true. Okay.
Would holding on to the thing I'm making with the iron from the plane of fire warm me up just by sheer essence alone?
It's not exactly hot, but it is ever so slightly warm to the touch. So, I mean, tucking it
Better than nothing.
Yeah, tucking it down like the front of your armor would definitely help a little bit.
I can't, it's too big for that at this point, but yeah, the idea is there.
Mushroom? Warming up module. Activate.
In a few seconds, you see the cat at your feet sit down, sit still, and then very clear little bits of steam just poofing out of it in random directions, and the ice around it begin to slowly melt.
Mm-hmm.
For clarity, yes, you guys are basically on the spine of the world, but the northern side.
How did we get
So
here?
you're kind of like up there a bit.
Oh. Have you, any of you, practiced in a, some kind of strange sport I read from your book that you go down from a high location with a flat door like structure thingy.
Are we on top of a hill right now, or
You're on the side of a
was it
massive
a
mountain.
mountain? That's right. Yeah, that's what she
That
said.
is
There
good with the
are
snow.
there are very steep slopes and sheer drops all around you.
If we say ready, Misa will put Lila in Pokeball and Wisa can teleport.
I'm ready to go when you are.
Upon hearing that.
Lila is
Yeah.
literally
Get outta
begging you
here.
now.
Yeah, Ribber will put Lila in the Pokeball when the amulet.
Okay. As soon as everyone's ready, I'll cast teleport.
What's it like in the amulet?
I,
It is a stone room, 15 feet by 15 feet in every direction.
it also has a big window where you can see out of the Pokeball amulet, so you can see what I see.
Amazing.
It's like when you put a camera on
I
a
want
dog.
to see what I see.
I'm in a GoPro. This is so cool.
For some reason, I always imagine that there's a single couch in there. I don't know why, but that's how I picture the room.
I pictured it like the Matrix, you know, the white room with the chairs.
Oh, okay.
That's also canon now. It's a white room with a sofa in it.
But yeah, I think there should now be 9 of us, and therefore we should be able to teleport.
Cool.
Yep.
You cast teleport. Can I have a D100, please, Chris?
Oh, that is 54.
Ooh.
Oh, 54. Cool. You cast teleport. You're aiming for the basement of Blackstaff Tower, right?
Yeah, maybe for like the place where we kind of all go in and out of.
The room.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to just get you on the map, and then I'll throw you over. But one by one, you eyes adjust. You're no longer in the cold. It's quite warm down here. Very dim. Not a lot of light. Not a lot of whiteness blinding you. As you come to, you find yourselves in the basement of Blackstaff Tower. As you pop into the room, Vigil himself does like get a bit of a start, but nobody else moves. You can see Mordenkainen and Malkor sat on armchairs, looking very disheartened. You can see Lady Silverhand is sat at a desk having a bite to eat. Chewie and Champion immediately get up from their lying down positions as you enter, looking overjoyed and excited. And beaming out from the back of the room, you hear Dorian shout, "Oh my god, guys, you're here! I'm so happy to see you! Oh, it's been so long!
We're back. Did you miss us?
Oh my god, I missed you so much! I mean, I'm not used to people like coming back once I've seen them once, but it's like 3 times with you guys now. It's so good.
Not Peter. We are.
Can
I
I
love
make an
Dorian.
insight check on how our friends Mordenkainen and the other friend over here feels like? Is it because of Dorian?
Well, go ahead and roll me an insight check. I will say as well, as you get adjusted to the room, you can see that there is a new teleportation circle that has been activated to the west side of the room. Surrounding it are desiccated cracks in stone and mud and brick. It looks not as if like it's a symbolism of death, but just the absence of life and positivity. With a 14, it's very hard to tell. You can tell as Dorian shouts out, Malcord does like wince a little bit from the loudness behind him, but besides that, it's difficult to tell. What would you guys like to do?
Okay.
Fully dust off the snow that's fallen on us in the 20 seconds we were there.
Okay. It drips to the floor and immediately begins melting.
Maybe we should get our little fish lady out of the Pokeball again.
Was the ring bell I just heard the fish lady trying to come out?
Ding.
Moreau's going to look around the room at the kind of dejected people and go, I was expecting a bit more of a welcome here. What was the party?
Vigil steps forward and is like, yeah, hi guys. Hope everything's been going well. I mean, Dorian's always having a party. It's great here. Lady Silverhand is a bit worn out from dealing with, and he looks over to Dayak and just gives you that look of, well, you know all about that. And then looking to the rest of you again, he says, and Malcor and Mordenkainen have hit a bit of a dead end. So, you know, the mood is low, but the world's not over yet, so it could be worse. Yeah? The world's not ending yet, right?
Not quite. When you say they hit a dead end, what is it you're working on?
Mordenkainen chips in from behind. Githyanki are very stubborn.
So I've heard. But what do you mean in this context?
Well, they know where a few more pieces of the dagger are. We go to try and acquire that information, and we can't even get an audience. I think it has something to do with the fact that we're not Githyanki, which in this day and age is quite troublesome. But,
What?
you know, when you live in the astral sea and don't see anything but dreams and Githyanki, I guess that's what happens.
They won't even talk to you?
Oh, they will talk to us, just not in nice ways and not answering any of our questions. That city is glum and moody and full of angry people. Not violent, but angry. And when you appear from nowhere asking about, you know, things that really don't exist or are lost to time or too powerful to contain for a mortal hand, yada, 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 well, they direct that anger towards us.
What made you think they had this knowledge in the first place?
Oh, I know they do. I've spoken to someone who used to work in their fortress, which was a long time ago. We're connecting the dots. I know their council there, their generals, their military. One of the secrets they keep locked away there is indeed where to find some more pieces.
Well,
I do not know whether they are in Tunarath or they simply know the location, but suffice to say, we don't know what to do without that knowledge. So we are sat here waiting for you, hoping that you have fixed all the problems in the world because we do not know what to do next. And it has been quite a while since I have had to say that. And you can see like the calm demeanor of Mordenkainen cracking ever so slightly at the frustration.
well, not quite. Let's just say, and she looks at the rest of the group, that we could be using those pieces of the dagger sometime soon. So, if you do happen to know anything about where they are located within them, or we could perhaps talk to them ourselves. We were just on our way to a party, but after that, we can certainly oblige.
At that, every single person in the room goes silent and just stares at the group of you with disbelieving looks. And in the silence, Dorian goes, "Well, guys, I don't think that's quite a good idea. Actually, everyone seems to be quite stressed. I don't know if a party's I don't know whether that's a nice thing to do.
No,
Especially
no,
because you've not invited any of us. Some of us haven't
It's-
even ever been to a party."
it's for, the cause. And Lavender will tap her nose. Information. Don't worry, it's totally, we're on the right track. If we can do anything that could help you here, then we'll certainly try our best, right?
Yeah, we have somewhat of a lead to something that might assist with, all of this. It's a party in the Feywild, a particular ball.
We were coming here to see if you could help us get there, actually.
An infiltration mission, so to speak.
Mordenkainen pipes up again. We do have a portal established to the Feywild, yes.
Well, that is just excellent news.
Can we borrow it briefly? Promise we'll leave it in good nick.
If this party is indeed for the greater good, then yes, of course. I will leave it open. There is no immediate danger on the other side, as far as I'm aware. He moves over to the east side of the room and, pulling out his staff from his back, and with a flick, he ignites the portal on the east side of the room. As he does, the lush greenery around the stone circle begins to disappear. In its wake, you see all sorts of glowing mushrooms and crystals. An eeriness, but with a beauty to it, all appearing and sprouting from nowhere, materializing just as the flame of the portal does.
Smell that? Feywild air! Let's go! I can't wait!
Where's his staff at the moment? Did you say he's holding it?
He's currently holding it. He's just slung it back onto his back.
It's on his back. Okay. And is that where he usually keeps it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Mordenkainen, do you think this would be of a good duplicate staff?
Do you think what? Sorry.
That this would be of a good duplicate staff? I show him the staff in progress of being made that would resemble the staff he's carrying.
You see his miserable demeanor break for a second as he smirks and says, "Ah, fan, I see. Yeah, it's getting there. It's a reasonable attempt at a duplicate. Can I ask why you're making one?"
Well, we would like to make a different one in case someone tries to find one and they won't find the real one.
Yeah,
Ah,
we're planning a bit of a bait and switch. I mean, use your name in vain, so to speak. Trying to, there seemed to be a bit of a trade in magical items in Sigil where we just came from, and being able to say this is the staff of the great wizard Mordenkainen might have given us some added benefit.
I'm sorry, you've been to Sigil?
Yeah, we followed some Lalalia troops back there. Try to get an idea of what's going on there.
Yes. That is what. It all makes sense now. He looks over to Hunter and Ribbit. Well, a bait and switch, you say? Use my name in conversation. I
Yeah.
would warn you, I too have travelled the multiverse quite a lot, and my name does carry a reputation. sometimes good, sometimes bad. You do not want to be flinging it around people you do not know how they would react to it.
That is very true. We were just merely thinking, saying if Tia could create a staff that looked very like yours, that could possibly say, we have this staff, we got hold of it, and I suppose you have one of those names where Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame, as long as your name's on the, as long as you're on the wall somewhere, right?
Just one more warning. This staff of mine, it is the staff of the Magi. There is only one. I dare say there is not a more powerful staff out there. There are those who would kill for it, without thought. So again, brandishing such a thing around, though unlikely that most would recognize it just from its appearance, be careful.
Truly
That's
noted.
very true. Go ahead.
And that is a reason why I want to, so to speak, seal the staff as well. So it cannot be recognized as such.
A wise move. Is there anything else that you need assistance with before you attend your party?
You all hear a very loud gasp as Ruru says, "Finally!" and he spits Fish Lady out of the Pokeball amulet. Sorry, we still forget about you.
Oh, the warmth! Oh, the warmth is back! I'm just like, wherever you spit me out, I'm just cradling Vigil's knees at this moment, like, bodily warmth! Oh! And as he looks down, there is basically just sheer material and a corset and a crown. Like, that's why he's looking down at the ground right now.
Do you know what, guys? I'm not even going to question this. And he just pats Lila on the head.
Tia, come over here. I don't believe Lady Silverhand requires any more tea at this time.
Oh, okay. Coming. Do you think the magical enhancement is the whole door, or maybe just a small part of it?
Lavender, could you please make an outline showing where the magic aura is visible on Dorian, so we may work around there?
Alright. I'm going to detect the magic to see exactly where the enchantment lies, and then I'm going to switch to minor illusion and show you exactly where to cut, okay?
Time to get to work. I'm going to put my work gloves on.
Tia, if you start over there, I'll start on the other side and we'll make our way towards the center. Sounds like a plan?
Sure thing, Jake.
Good. Let's get to it.
Now, if no one has any problems with this, I would like to invoke the spirits to assist us in this endeavor. I call upon any spirits here present to make themselves known if they wish to help us with this bold and brave adventure. That's it. I hear him. I hear a knocking, a chiseling sound. Focus in, Mr. Derek. I think that with your expertise, you can do this. You are the one to lead us. The spirits are guiding your hands as you chisel away at that rock. You can do it, sir. You can do it.
Just be careful, not too close. That's right.
Do you think we are going to use any of the power tools? No? Just chisel? Alright, let's do it the old-fashioned way.
That's it. Tia, I can hear a voice calling to me. Then we need you to have it hammered just slightly to the right there. And just slightly to the left. Yes, they're telling me. They are telling me that you have got this and you are able to do this. Lead this guidance. Believe it.
Keep going. Keep going.
So, I think we have a take on the old joke. What is a door not a door? when it's a shield.
A little close. A little close. That was a little bit too close to the... Oh, sorry, Dorian.
Okay, now, no, Dorian, don't, no, ignore them, ignore the chisels, ignore the sharp bits, no, just look at me, focus on me, no, just look this way, breathe, in, yep, and out, no, look, leaves, oh no, wait, no, you think the leaves are stupid, just look into my eyes, look at the blue, look at all the blue, look at the blue, Dorian, just ignore them, just breathe, no, just breathe.
Oh, maybe we could have Dorian into the party, you know? As a guest, or a +1.
Even if, like, you know, we weren't allowed +1s, I'm just thinking for not being alone in this party, that's probably just gonna get him in.
Remember to apply the glue evenly. We don't want to have a weird face. Ha, get it? Oh, no, never mind.
If Misa bring Dorian to the party, then Misa wouldn't have to do so much talking this time.
Oh, well, thank Upto for that. At least I can give my ears a rest.
Excuse me? What did you say?
I said...
I don't know how the conversation's gonna go. I don't think he's particularly well versed in, well, not that we really are, any of us, in, you know, Feywildian lore and that, but nonetheless, he'll make a good conversation piece after a few drinks.
Wait, I think it's done. Behold! Shieldian!
We did promise to take you somewhere. And, well, there you go, in your new form. You're welcome.